Hey kids, your guitar sage here. Today we're going to learn how to play Viva la Vida by ColdPlay. Yes, you heard it right. Viva la Vida. That's what we're doing today. A really simple tune actually on guitar. I'm looking at my chart here on my screen. As always, I won't play through the entire song since we've got a lot of repetition. Most songs have a lot of repetition. A lot of choruses repeated, a lot of verses, those sorts of things. So if we know the structure of a song, say like intro, verse, chorus, something like that, which is the majority of the songs out there, or at least the first half of it or so, then you just learn the parts and you know when that part comes up and then you play it for that verse or that chorus or whatever. Okay? Now I'm going to jump into this right away. Of course this song doesn't have hardly any guitar in it. There's a lot of synth and a lot of strings and drums and stuff like that and what have you. But we are going to, of course, mimic this as best we can on the acoustic guitar today. Okay, so I'm going to jump into it. I'm going to play it right away. And again, I won't be playing all the parts. Well, I'll be playing all the parts, but I won't be repeating them over and over again. There's just not enough time to teach it and play the song all the way through. So it's going to go something like this. Stick around if you don't get it the first time, and I'll teach you all the parts. Okay, so it's going to go something like this. First part of the chorus. So the chorus is going to go that's the only lyrics I know, sorry. Alright, so let's talk about what's going on here. So for those of you that can just, there's a bridge part. Bridge part goes like this. It goes, sorry. Exception of that little hiccup in there. Sorry about that. This song is not really a very guitar-friendly tune because of the hits. It's just not very friendly on the acoustic guitar. But to the best of our ability, we're going to do it here. Okay. So let's talk about the bits and pieces now. So for those of you that have been following my videos, you'll know that I have an ebook that helps with all these techniques that I'm doing here. So if you haven't checked that out already, especially if you're a beginner, go to yourguitarsage.com, download the ebook, and with that, in that ebook, I'm going to show you how to play all your basic open chords that you can play for millions of songs. I'm going to show you how to use your capo and know what key you're in. I'm going to teach you the Nashville number system, show you a bunch of stuff. The ebook's about 33 pages long. And with that, of course, as a free gift, I allow you to peruse the same charts that I use to teach these tunes every day. So instead of having to write down all the chords, you get to look at the chords. So I'm looking at that same chart that you would be looking at yourguitarsage.com if you get the ebook. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump into it. So again, if I hadn't said it already, we're capoing at the first fret. Go get capo if you don't already, otherwise you're going to be playing a bunch of bar chords. If you don't know what a capo is, you probably don't want to be playing a bar chord. You can play this tune with bar chords, you can play any tune with bar chords. Every now and then I get some smarty pants McCrants out there who says, "You're an idiot because you play with a capo." the best guitar players in the world play with capos. It's typically those out there that are trying to compensate for some sort of lack of actual playing ability that say you can't play with a capo. So I'm in studios constantly, and the best guitar players in the world use capos. So all that to say, get yourself a capo and play it with an open feel. Okay. Some people say, well, why don't you just play it in the open position? Well, because it's in a wrong key. I had somebody say that the other day. They said, play it in the open position. You can't play it in the open position, or you would have to play all bar chords. Okay. So we're trying to avoid that, especially as a new guitar player. Okay. All right. So here we go. The way that I've done this, the way that I've kind of separated this song into two basic parts. There's the intro, verse, turnaround section, and actually the first half of the chorus, which is one chord progression. Then the second half of the chorus is the second chord progression, and the bridge is the third chord progression. But that's literally all there is to this tune. Okay, so real simple. Let's go over those chords. So capoing at the 2nd fret, we're actually in the key of G sharp. This would be G if we didn't use our capo. But since we're using our capo, right there, we are up a half step. So now we're in G sharp. But we're going to think about it still like we're in G. Okay. So the chords are going to go C for 1 measure, or 4 beats. Since this song's in 4, each chord's going to get 4 beats. And so every time I name a chord out in this particular one, it will be 1 measure. Okay, so C, D, G, E minor. And you're just going to keep repeating that. So literally, you could go right now, put your capo on. If you could play these tunes, if you could play these chords, put your capo on the 1st fret, turn that song on your MP3 player, and you could be going. Okay, so that's going to be intros, verse, turnaround, first part of the verse. Okay, second part of the verse changes. So, and I'll go over the strumming rhythm in a minute too, but the first part of the chorus is going to go. This is where it changes. So we did that part twice, right? Second part's gonna go C, D, B minor, bar chord. I know you hate it, but do it. Go for it. It's really gonna open your playing up if you can play bar chords. I know. I just said we don't want to try. We want to try not to play bar chords, but sometimes you can't help it, and you want to have the ability. Blah. You want to have the ability to play a bar chord, okay? And then, so it's going to go C, this is the second part of the chorus, C, D, B minor, E minor, and then back to our regular chord progression again. C, D, that's G, E minor, okay? So, I'm going to play the chorus for you real quick. It's going to go... So, that's the chords. Let's talk about the bridge real quick. Bridge is going to go C for a measure, E minor for a measure, C for a measure, E minor for a measure, C minor, C for a measure, E minor for a measure, 2 measures of D. Okay? Those are your chords. You got them. You're rocking. Now, as far as the strumming rhythm, as said before, it's kind of difficult. When I see we're running out of time, we got about a minute. But, you know, the chorus I'm doing like a 1, and me say this one before. The rhythm is 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and. If you have problems with your strumming, check out the ebook. Otherwise, write down 1, 1, 2, and 4, and. Write that down right now. And on the ands, make sure you're always doing an upbeat. On the numbers, make sure you're always doing a downbeat. Very, very important, okay? All right, we're out of time. This intro, no real good way to tell you how to do that. Just choke the chords, like that sort of thing. Okay, we're out. Hit subscribe. Check back every day. Trying to put one up every day. Go get the ebook. Brush your teeth. Goodbye.